something that it wasn't.
Yeah, and it's crazy, man, because all my life I've knew that Bronx was a melting pot. And sometime within the past few years, there's this new narrative now that blacks and Latinos weren't hanging out together. It's crazy to me. But a lot of people in my comment section, going back to hip hop, another thing that gets mentioned a lot is that Puerto Ricans didn't even like hip hop music at that time. They were calling it jungle music. They weren't in support of it. Once again, that's not what I knew growing up, but you were there. And it sounds like you loved hip hop just as much as your neighbor who was black.
Right. Again, it wasn't called hip hop then. We're talking about those early breaks, those beats. When I heard the MCs.
Yes, y'all. We call it yes, y'all.
We call it the yes, y'all, right? So what they're referring to is the famous interview with DJ Charlie Chase, where Charlie Chase talks about his experience. And his experience is that he wanted to play this music. Now they're saying, well, he's talking specifically about black music. Could be, but he's also talking specifically about the breaks, because he mentioned, I saw them playing these breaks, these sections of the record. I want to do that. So he said, and I quote, some of my friends gave me flack, and they said, why you playing that Jungle Bunny music? Okay, we got to take things in context, right? Was this every and all Puerto Ricans in the Bronx calling it Jungle Bunny music? Who were these people who were his friends who said this to him? Was this the older generation? He doesn't say. We don't know who said this to him. Was these guys who just like salsa music? Well, he doesn't say. But he does say they called it, but it's these particular friends of his. And it might have been, if I'm not mistaken, I'm paraphrasing, he might have even said like some people in his family, right? But that's not universal, right? So they want to make it universal. Y'all called it Jungle Bunny music. No, not all of us called it that.